Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews. Tonight we're going to be talking about comics. At least one series of comics. I'm actually going to be doing a few videos based about comics over the coming, I don't know if I can get them all done today. But right now we're talking about House of X, the Jonathan Hickman book that has revitalized the X-Men in full, transparency. I mean, I've been reading X-Men comics since like 1988, but I stopped reading comics in like 96, and back in 2016 with Marvel's Legacy, and just a little before that I'd started picking up comics again little by little. But I was reading all the X books, and guess what? They weren't very good. I kept reading them because I just was kind of in a drought. I hadn't read X-Men in a long time. And it wasn't until this came out, well, right near the end, I saw how bad things were getting and why things were even being done. Like, what was the point of a lot of books going on when they were just kind of going nowhere? And then there were books like Mr. and Mrs. X that I just hated to see end. But Jonathan Hickman's books, which I've never was a part of the Hickman, like the stuff that he was doing earlier. I've never been around to read the issues as they came out. So like Secret Wars and Avengers and stuff like that, Fantastic Four, never got to read them. I haven't read them yet. I've read Secret Wars. But so this is my first introduction to Jonathan Hickman. Like I said, it's not the first time I've read his stuff, but it's the first time that I've been reading comics actively as his new work has come out. And House of X and Powers of 10, I think that's how you say both of them now, respectively, are some of the most amazing stuff that I've read in a long time. And I mean, it's this, it's giving Marvel back a little legitimacy, because not every book lately has been very good. Not a lot of books have been good. I mean, we've always got the Immortal Hulk. The Immortal Hulk is one of the best books in a while. It's fantastic. But we're not here to talk about Immortal Hulk. We will be talking about a couple other books, though, that I did read today. But I mean, even getting your hands on these, I know that this will probably ruin the market anyway, kind of like X-Men 1 did, or X-Force number 1. But they've been really hard to pick up. So just getting this one. This was the one I wanted for House of X number 1. I had to go on eBay and pay $30 for this. I got the first couple, yeah, cool, House of X number 1. I couldn't even get House of X number 2 until I got it online. It's all sold out, all of it. And so House of X number 3 just started getting I started going off on the on the Graham Crackers website and just buying all of it. Powers of X as well has been fantastic. Powers of 10, I mean, I've been getting as many different versions as I can because I'm a big nerd. And I'm a sucker. I love Shatterstar, so I got the Shatterstar one. Why not? And I like Scotty Young. I know that these are always sitting there still, but I like them. I actually do. And everything so far in these books, at first I was I'm not calling it Powers of 10. I'm going to call it Powers of X. But once they revealed why it's called Powers of 10, I went, oh, well then I'm an asshole. Time to read these like they need to be. And so, with the story of, so far, if you haven't caught up, spoilers for everything that has happened before then with House of X 1 through 3, and Powers of 10 1 through 3. When we get to House of X number 4, which, yes, again, I got the connecting cover, this one, the connecting covers, man, are a bitch. In fact, number 2 of this one, which is Powers of 10 number 4, I had to go to find it on the on eBay for the United Kingdom version, and I had to pay $20 for that. It hasn't even come out yet. I was actually on the Graham Crackers website. It was in my cart, and it disappeared from the moment I put it in my cart to hit checkout, which was about 5 seconds, maybe not even 3 seconds. It was in my cart, hit the thing, cash, check out, it was already gone. So, holy shit. So we've got House of X number 4. This is the standard cover, which is still also awesome. And in this book, where we left off, Cyclops and his team, which is like Nightcrawler, Wolverine, Jean Grey, Archangel, Husk, Monet St. Croix, they all went to across freaking our galaxy to the sun, where they've got the space station with the giant mother mold that they're trying to take out. And at the end of the last issue, one of the doctors, scientist guys, whatever, he was working there, he blows up where he's at and takes out most of the X-Men's Blackbird ship, the Shi'ar ship that they were using. And so that's where we were left hanging. And where we pick up here is one of the best issues. Look, here's the thing we got to keep in perspective, right? There's going to be all these new books after this, and I'm assuming, when you look at the covers and stuff, some of these characters that are in this run right now with Hickman's run die here, but they're shown in the future books. So whatever happens, it's going to be insane, because how we end this, it's meaningful what happens in this book. Will it stay meaningful after everything is done? Because there's some really powerful stuff in this book. But, like I said, will it stay powerful? Even though, if you don't read anything past this series, then I might say that as a standalone, this is one of the best X books I've ever read. And the art is fantastic. And just the way that he structured this whole thing is really fantastic and ingenious. And giving, the look at what they've done part of all the people, you can't really see it here, but of all the people that have done bad things, horrible, mutant crimes humans have committed, with Stephen Lang, Project Armageddon, Mr. Clean, Church of Humanity, Graydon Creed, Friends of Humanity, Cameron Hodge, The Right, The Leper Queen, The Sapien League, Donald Pierce, The Reavers, William Stryker, The Purifiers, Wanda Maximoff, The Avengers, and these are all correlating into different events that have gone on, like House of M, or the Extinction Agenda, or frickin' Mutant Massacre, or frickin' just everything going way back. And all the detail, all the things that he's put in here. But in this, we've got the team that's left behind with Charles and Magneto and Storm and the Cuckoos. They all link up to talk to Jean psychically and find out what's going on. And in this whole thing, the whole team has been decimated, or been put down. Basically, Archangel is dead, Husk is dead, Wolverine's arm is falling off, Nightcrawler's hurt, and, the humans again, despite the X-Men's best efforts to stop them from being fucking cunts, are doing it again. And this lady here, this scientist, she's all about revenge now. I mean, they show it in her face, I'm gonna kill all the mutants, it's fuck her. But they have this great part where the Nightcrawler teleports everybody to certain sections of the mother mold to take it out. Wolverine and Nightcrawlers get done. Mystique and Cyclopses have yet to get anything done. And I love the shot here too of showing the mother mold get snapped up. I don't know. It's hard to do this without having clips, but I don't have all that equipment to do that stuff with. But then Jean Grey realizes they're all coming for him. She has to get into an escape pod where Monet stays behind and sacrifices herself so that Jean can get away and tell somebody what happened. Meanwhile, Cyclops gets his disengaged, so that it's only down to one. And Mystique, who was sent to where she was sent because she can shapeshift, is caught, which it almost makes it kind of moot, and she is freaking jettisoned into space. How do you do this? So she's literally gone now too. She's been just sucked into the space by this doctor, the scientist that wants mutants dead, because mutants bad and people don't have power, so let's be jealous of them. So she's all about just killing everybody. And Xavier says, do whatever it takes. And so Cyclops and all of them have to make a decision. And right here is like this great moment of this, seeing the mother mold there and seeing Cyclops look at Wolverine and Nightcrawler saying that we can get there, it's the only way, and Scott having to say, yeah, do it. And we have this incredible moment between Wolverine and Nightcrawler that, like, over the years they've had conversations about themselves, but this is really personal, and it's like, I'm just going to read it straight up. Like, Nightcrawler says to Wolverine, you ready? And Logan says, so I gotta ask, you still think there's something waiting for us on the other side? Nightcrawler says, worried about your soul, Logan? Just wondering what someone like me should expect. Well, when you wake from this earthly slumber, my friend, look for me. I will be there waiting for you, radiant and with open arms. So they are going to their death. Nightcrawler is going to teleport Wolverine to the last part of the mother mold thing that's holding at the struts, so that he can cut it off and send it falling into the sun. And it's just beautiful freaking art and storytelling here. And upon teleporting out, Nightcrawler is immediately disintegrated because, let's face it, they're in front of the fucking sun. And Wolverine's melting as this thing is trying to take him out on the way down, as Wolverine gets it done, chops this thing off, and is sent with the mother mold head. Sorry, everybody. I don't know why I'm having a hard time learning this. Perspective. It's like analog sticks that I have to fix. He goes sailing into the frickin' sun with the mother mold. Cyclops, meanwhile, is trying to escape. He gets shot in the back by these fucking assholes and gets shot in the head. Again, I don't know why I can't do opposites. But yeah. And Jean, while she's floating through space after getting the psychic blast that Scott's dead, a bunch of Sentinels overwhelm her and infiltrate her pod. Or basically, they say every victory, like, look at what they've done, what they always do. Look at how this always ends, with fire and death, and the funerals of our children. Every victory, ash. Every triumph, defeat. They've murdered so many of us. The world has grown used to it. This is just how things are for those people, for mutants. No more. As Xavier thinks about this and says no more, and cries over the loss of everyone on that team is gone. And we get no more. And it carries through the rest of this, like, kind of giving, like, power to what's just happened and what's going to come, like, especially in the last page, no more. So we've still got Powers of X number 4, House of X number 5, House of X number 6, and Powers of 10, 4, 5, and 6. So we've got 5 issues left of this amazing story. And with the way that this is right now, I don't know where it's going. I can't even imagine, like Rob Jefferson over at Comics Explained said, like, how the hell, where are they going with this? With we've got 5 issues left. And like I said, knowing that these characters that are dying here are probably, coming back in somehow, their sacrifice in this book is amazing. And Hickman's writing is fantastic and masterful. And I've been waiting for a good X-Men story for so long. And now that we've got it, I hope that the books after this can do some justice. I know Hickman's writing some of them, so we'll see what happens after that. So House of X number 4 is pretty much a perfect book, completely. And it's raising the stakes and making House of X and Powers of 10 like easily 2 of the best books that have come out in a while. Next to like Immortal Hulk and Venom, things like that are going on. Marvel's starting to do a little bit better here, but there's still a lot of crap out there too. And we'll be back later with more comics, but if you liked this review, please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Otherwise, this is Rob saying keep reading comics, everybody, and we'll see you next time.